name is Anthony Milia with Milia Marketing, and I am from Cleveland, Ohio, USA.
Can you tell us more about your job?
Sure. So I started Milia Marketing. It's a digital marketing agency that specializes in web development, social media marketing, Google Ads, search engine optimization, and other digital marketing services. And I started it 4.5 years ago. And we work with a wide range of industries and clients from your small local law firms to distribution facilities to retail and furniture stores, consulting firms, landscaping to Fortune 500 organizations. So we've had the pleasure of working with a wide range of industries and businesses and their backgrounds. And it's just been a really great experience going through the motions and building the business and being able to work with a wide range of clients.
How this idea came up?
Yeah, so when I first started my digital marketing agency, I was in a unique position. I didn't know what to really do with my career. And I'm going to rewind back to that time where I just graduated from Kent State University. It's a local college in the Northeast Ohio area. And I graduated with a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship and marketing. I ended up accepting a full-time position in a local city as an export manager, where I would handle these sales for international countries for pesticide and sanitary supply. However, in the training phase, I was also accepted into a program called the Global Village program out of Lehigh University and the Iacocca Institute. And this is really a new thing that I wanted to try out, and I got accepted. I went, and it was very out of my comfort zone, but this allowed me to learn and meet other people, that were also out of their comfort zone from about 90 different countries and different careers and different interests, and put me in a whole different area where I just had to be out of my comfort zone. So the idea came about where I met a few people during that program who also had a digital marketing agency, and it kind of motivated me to start my own marketing firm when I returned from the program, and that's exactly what I did. So upon the 5-week completion of the program, I got home on a Saturday, and I was supposed to start work on Monday. I went into work at that full-time job, and I ended up resigning from the job by noon because of how motivated I felt uh, to start my own marketing agency, and the support and the program just really spoke to me, so that I wanted to start my own journey and take my own risks. I thought it was the best time to do it at my age.
How old were you?
I was 22 years old at the time, and now I am 26. I'm about to turn 27 on December 22nd.
And what was your creative strategy at the end?
Well, it's not really creative because related to this episode, we're talking about networking and trying to network with other individuals, whether it's at conferences or seminars, workshops, or just happy hours. That's exactly what I did. I ended up joining a few associations, and what we have here are chambers of commerce. So I attended a lot of those events where it was 2 to 3 events a week, and I was just meeting people locally, figuring out what they do, and then meeting with them one-on-one to see who they know, and how we can help each other. So that's eventually how I ended up growing my portfolio. And now in 2020, I focus specifically more on conferences and trade shows because I'm able to identify a little bit more higher quality leads through those, and spend my time on focusing on those trade shows and conferences.
What is your definition of networking?
I think my definition of networking is being able to just connect with people that are willing to help and grow together. And I have a story behind that. So there was a local conference in Cleveland, Ohio called BizCon Cleveland, and this was back in 2017. And it was at a large venue, had several hundred people with trade show booths around, lined up against the walls, big sponsors, and large speaker names. So a few of the speaker names were the Speaker of the House from Zappos, and she flew in to give a presentation and a keynote presentation. And then the second one that I want to touch on was a venture capitalist called, his name was Mark Thompson. And I tell this story to a lot of my people in my network because the gist of it is simply ask. Ask people that are sitting next to you in that conference or networking event. Ask for their help, or just go up to them and introduce yourself, because you're not going to get anywhere if you're not going to introduce yourself, or if you don't go for the ask. So the story starts where Mark Thompson got up on stage and he gave a fantastic presentation about his journey, how he's a venture capitalist, how he invested in Virgin Airlines with Richard Branson, how he was alongside with Steve Jobs and inventing the first MP3 player, and then Steve Jobs said, this is not something that the average person can use because it's built from an engineer's perspective. So Steve took it and turned it to what we have now is the iPod, or what we did have was the iPod, and now it's merged into an iPhone. But he is invested in a bunch of different large organizations from the start to now where they are today. And I was so moved by his presentation, and I figured, I was like, I don't even think I'm going to be able to approach him because of how big he is, right? And he ended up having a flight to catch to Cleveland, or not to Cleveland, to his next destination right after his presentation ended. So he got off stage, and I saw him talking to a few other people, so I just waited in line, and he uh, eventually got to me, and I introduced myself. He asked, what I did, and I told him. I was very early stages, and the summary of the story is he ended up asking me for my business card because he needed a website redesigned. So his own website, and he said, Anthony, please send me some web design mock-ups within 48 hours, which is, to be honest, it's a very big ask, and it's outrageous to try to deliver that, because it takes so much time to put that together for a new project like that. And we ended up delivering. So I focused on the next 48 hours to design and develop something for him. I sent him an email. He liked what he saw, and he asked for a proposal. Now, this was this kind of goes back to not really knowing my audience as well, because I was so young in that stage of growing my business that I totally undershot the website project cost to where it was so low in price that he most likely dismissed it because the price did not justify the expertise, and he's used to the higher pricing projects, right? So he ended up referring me to his wife, and I got a proposal sent out to her, and it just all comes back in a full circle on how these relationships grow, and like what opportunities might come out of it when you're networking.
What is your journey, and what is your experience into the leadership development?
Sure. The leadership development and the journey behind becoming a leader is always a journey, and it's always an adventure for learning about how to become a better leader, whether it's learning from your own network or learning from other peers. So right now, I learn from my current clients where they are specialized in their industries. They lead their own companies, and they're a thought leader in their space as well. And I'm able to take away their best practices and what they've learned over the years and apply it to my own business, whether it's personally developed or professionally developed into my career. I'm able to utilize that information, and that's one of the things that I like about my space is the ability to learn from other leaders and other clients, and just apply it. I feel like I'm just a walking uh, wealth of knowledge because I could learn from everyone.
Do you have a suggestion for people that right now are struggling with change?
I think if you're struggling with change, you need to be open to adapting and open to new ideas. because that's the way to scale, whether it's in your business or if you're focused on changing personally. That's the way to change, in your own personal goals. It's just being open.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. It was a nice journey, and I really now I am updated about your life, and I really wanted to know more.
Thank you, Renee, for having me.